I am not blaming women because everybody is responsible for their action. But when you sit down with a lot of Yahoo boys and criminals, women are the reason why they are doing what they are doing. They want to meet up. They want to be able to show the babes because the babes are billing them. So they want to be able to pay the bills that they are being billed instead of going to look for somebody in their level and leave the billers to be billing themselves. Hello? If you are not disciplined, you will spend money doing things that you will later regret. Many of you are carrying a plot of land in your hand. You call it unset, and your life is not set. The principles of financial discipline. We want to look at some principles. There are many of them. You know, we have lots of books and materials that deal with that already. But there are principles that we want to explore today just to help you to know how to position yourself when it comes to this aspect of financial discipline. Let's see how many of them we can explore within the time available to us this morning. The first principle of financial discipline we want to explore is the principle of delayed gratification. The principle of delayed gratification. If you are going to create wealth, if you are going to become financially free, you have to be a man or a woman that is disciplined with your finances. And one of the aspects that you need to work on is on your delayed gratification. Now, when we're growing up, they told us that the first money that a child sees, he or she will use it to eat akara, bean cake. And what they mean by that is that one of the characteristics of young people is that impulsive, riotous, prodigal way of living. So when you are young and immature, every money you see, you want to just buy toys. You want to buy things that you desire because you are not matured enough to be able to think analytically and realize that there is a future that you need to plan for and there's a future that you need to prepare for. So delayed gratification is one of the principles of financial discipline. What that means is that every time money comes into your hand, don't have the mindset that money is for spending. Nino Lowo is the wrong mindset. Don't have that kind of mindset. Have the mindset that money is a tool for enjoying life and creating a better future. So you need to delay gratification. There are many things that we are struggling to have now that we can do without. But having them now can deprive us of having a better life tomorrow. One of the things we saw yesterday in the course of our discussion is how that social media has destroyed the lives of a lot of people. I hope you know, like I've said over and over again, that until you compare yourself with other people, you are happy. You are happy, you are good. It's when you start comparing yourself with other people that problem comes. So when it comes to delayed gratification, a lot of people don't delay gratification because they want to meet up with the gram. They want to dress the way people want them to dress. They want to appear the way people want them to appear. And many times people are spending money they don't have to buy things they don't need to impress people they don't love. And it's a frustrating life because it never comes to an end. There will always be something new to pursue, something new to explore. There will always be a new model. Hello? So if you are boasting about BlackBerry or Nokia 3310, now it's iPhone, it's Samsung. Before you know it, iPhone 2, iPhone 3. So when will it end? When will it end? Delayed gratification. You will hear people make statements like, if I knew what I know now. Now, why do you want to be like that? Why not know what you should know now so that you won't be saying that tomorrow? Do you know that there are many of us that have handled money before? And now we are like, Kai! How I wish I knew I would not have spent that money like that. So that's why we are telling you now, so that you will not even make that mistake at all. Delayed gratification. It's not everything that you desire that you should buy now. You still have enough time. I was speaking at an event during the week, and some of my mentees that are members of the Billionaires Conclave just happened to be in the event also, because the host of the event is also a member of the Billionaires Conclave. And they were asking me a lot of questions. And I had to tell them, I said, come, many of these dreams and desires that you people have you sat down to ask yourself why? Why? So I said, you are not even 40 years yet. You are already doing billions in turnover. When you met me 4 years ago, have you seen 100 million before in your life? In 4 years, see what God has done. Yet you are still looking for, what are you looking for? Hello? You still have enough time. You are not 40 yet. You are 30 something, you are doing billions. Is that not good enough? There are people your father's age that have not seen 10 million. I say you, He said, hey, but we want to borrow money. When I called you, because one of them called me earlier last year that he wanted to borrow money for 30% to do a project. And I told him, don't borrow. Grow organically. What are you borrowing money for? Why do you want to make your life so complex? So he was now telling me, you told me not to borrow and God did it. But there are some opportunities that, you are the one that also told us that debt is a leverage. When I just borrow like this. So I asked him, I said last year, December, I dedicated 18 hostels. 18. 1, 2, 18. 18. We were going from street to street, location to 18. I said, my brother, you dedicated 18 hostels. 18. Over 200 rooms. Yet you want to go and enter debt. What are you looking for? Relax. At least breathe for like 2 years. Then you continue again. You too, you never fought it. So what is wrong? Because sometimes greed and covetousness is pushing what you are calling vision. And what you are calling vision is an ambition. And then you go and enter trouble that will now take you back 10 years, where you will now have to sell everything you have gathered for 10 years to pay the one you collected for 10 days. So delayed gratification. Husband and wife, since we're in the month of relationship, sit down and learn delayed gratification, because it causes trouble in marriage. When the man is thinking of gathering money for something that will help the family, and the woman is thinking we have to change our car, we have to change furniture. What's wrong with the furniture? Hello? What is wrong? How many visitors do you have that is coming to your house to see that your furniture is 2 years old? Because sometimes we don't understand that it is the spirit of mammon and the spirit of the age that is motivating us, steering all those things. Because let me tell you something about, a lot of men and women. Most women, not all women, it's not general. Most women have a perfectionist mindset. They want everything to be perfect. But most men have a progressive mindset. And it causes trouble. In marriage, let me look for 2 or 3 examples. If you are married and you enter the room to do what only married people do, you want to go to the other room, and you enter the room, my brother, what's it concern you whether bed is okay or not? Whether the pillow is like this, it's not a bed. But the mom say, okay, let's make the you are killing the vibe. Which one is it? The bed is not okay. Let's close curtain. We are in the 2nd floor and close curtain. No, but that's the way a woman's mind is, perfectionist. But the man will not see that the bed is, because his vision is somewhere else. Now, listen. A woman is okay until she sees another woman or family that is doing better. The next thing, she'll start pressuring the man unconsciously. Don't you think we should change this boys' school? Don't you think we should change this girls' school? Don't you think we should do this? Don't you think... Why she's thinking is what she's on social media. It's because she has seen other people. But the man is always thinking, but we are better than. So the man is always comparing himself with those that they are better than. At least that we better pass this one. We are not, at least we are eating. So you have a roof over your head. You are not hungry. You are not in debt. The man is like, at least our own better. But the woman is feeling, hey, we can do better. We can do better. We can do better. And then before you know it, we cause trouble for ourselves. I am not blaming women, because everybody is responsible for their action. But when you sit down with a lot of Yahoo boys and criminals, women are the reason why they are doing what they are doing. They want to meet up. They want to be able to show the babes, because the babes are billing them. So they want to be able to pay the bills that they are being billed, instead of going to look for somebody in their level and leave the billers to be billing themselves. Hello? So it's very, very important. Delay gratification. If you are not disciplined, you will spend money doing things that you will later regret. Many of you are carrying a plot of land in your hand. You call it unset, and your life is not set. Many of you, a plot of land. You even have 2, 3 mobile phones, like 419. Yet you don't have any shares in the telecom industry. That's one bungalow that you are carrying around. Your father is a tenant. Your grandfather was a tenant. You are a tenant. Are you not thinking? Hello? Delayed gratification. You want to wear designer shoe. You want to wear designer. Is your destiny design? Some of those things, the people you are envying that are wearing it, it is grandchildren of money that they are using to buy it. Not their core money. Not that you went to work, you collect salary to go buy shoe. No. It's that you collected money, you invested the money, you got the interest on the money, you invested the interest, you got another one. Is that grandchild? So if you have a house now, let's say you have 10 houses, and you're getting 5 million per annum from the 10 houses. So 50 million is coming every year, and the house is fully paid for. You can, that 50 million, you know that every year, at least also is being equal. Whatever the 50 is coming. You can now say, okay, out of this 50, let me take 5 and spoil myself. But nothing is working for you. Everything in your life is, you have to work, you have to exchange time and energy for money. Yet you are spending the money anyhow. Something is fundamentally wrong. Because let me tell you something, nobody grows young. Nobody grows young. Before you know it, you are 30. Before you know it, you are 40. Before you know it, you are 50. Before you know it, you are 60. One day they will just retire you. And I hope you know that people that earn maybe 1.8 million, 2.5 million, by the time they retire, they come down to like 330, 200, 180, 60. That's it. But you have bloated your life with all kinds of things that the maintenance alone is what will kill you and give you high blood pressure and you die before your time. So number one is what? Delay gratification. So, like I've always said again, all these things I'm saying now, elderly people, they understand. They appreciate it. It's still you young people that always have this belief that, no, minus me, God will do it. You have all these funny idea until you become a statistic of what we have been teaching you. Because I see a lot of young people that have money. And I'm wondering, what are you guys doing with your money? You are a single man, you are not even married, no children yet. You are changing cars. What is wrong with the one you are driving? It's not as if you have a wife or children that you want to buy a second car. You are a single man, you buy 3 cars in a rented apartment and you don't know something's wrong with you. You think you are all right. And they are hailing you, you are a big boy. Big boy what? You are a young girl. You have money now. Who told you you cannot buy your own house? So you buy bone straight, you buy handset, you buy shoe, you fix nail, you fix eye, you fix everything. One plot you don't have. Do you know that if as a woman, when you are getting married, the guy shows up and discovers that you have 2 apartments, one in VI or one in Bagada, one in Surulere, you are earning, the guy will respect you. You are bringing something to the table, not I am the table. Number 2, the principles of savings and investments. The principles of savings and investments. Principles of what? Savings and investments. Discipline means that every money that comes into your hand, you don't spend it all. I've said it over and over again. If you don't save, you are not safe. What you save today will save you tomorrow. So save money. Save money. Every money that comes into your hand does not belong to you. A portion of that money belongs to your future. A portion of that money belongs to your today. A portion of that money belongs to your past. So don't waste money. Don't do that. As you are bringing in your tithe, also be bringing in savings. 10% tithe, 10% or 20% savings. Because there is nothing called future. We've said this over and over again. My future is bright, I will get there. It's a lie. Your future is not bright. It's not because nobody has a bright future. Why? There is nothing called future. The future is a concept. The future is an ideology. Today is the future you spoke about yesterday. Is it bright? 10 years ago, you said your future is bright. We are here now. Is it bright? So why all this religious deception? Just fooling yourself, giving yourself mental palliative. The future you create is the future you inhabit. Hello? So people have been waiting for a bright future and it didn't happen. Because they did not create the future. So they entered the future and discover it's a vacuum. Hello? So when I marry, my marriage is going to be a great marriage. It's a lie. There's no great marriage. There are only great people. There's nothing called great marriage. There are great people that build a great marriage. When you say you are going to have a great marriage, it's as if marriage is one great thing that you just go and acquire. No. If you are not great, the marriage will not be great. Marriage is a vacuum. Marriage does not have a character of its own. It takes on the character of those inside the marriage. When you have 2 happy people in a marriage, you have a happy marriage. You have 2 sad people, you have a sad marriage. You have 2 rich people, you have a rich marriage. You have 2 poor people, you have a poor marriage. You have 2 great people, great marriage. So you have to make it happen. You have a responsibility. So invest, save. How can you say you don't have savings? I don't know how to save. I don't know how to save. I was in Kaduna. And as we're preparing to go, one of the guys, my son and mentee, that was one of those that were planning the events. About 3 or 4 weeks before we traveled to Zaria, Kaduna for the Northern Mission. We were talking and he said, Daddy, something happened. I said, what happened? He said, I was on my way. Your people in the office sent book. I was on my way to pick your books. And I parked the car. And I went, by the time I came out, it was like magical. I can't see the car anymore. I said, did you park it in a place where towing vehicle? Do they tow cars? Like maybe they have told it, I've gone around. I said, wow, it is well. So I prayed with him. I said, we'll see when I come. Because the very thing that came to my mind, I didn't want to say it on phone. This is a devourer. How can you? So I told him, I said, babe, can you imagine? The program we are going to do, the person here, they have stolen the car. So am I to buy a car for him now? Or what was the implication of that? I said, but I'm sure the guy is not a tither. Oh, the man tithe, correct, be more 12 away now. So when I found, I said, so sit down. I said, you are a pastor. You are a minister of the gospel. I've known you for years. I said, let's talk about this, your car that they stole. Are you a tither? You tithe? I said, because I want to enter covenant with you now. And if you are a tither, let's see God. Let's give God 30 days. More to him, show up. He said, Baba, finances. I said, your car is gone. Everybody is a tither. You either tithe to God or you tithe to the devil. But that money must exit. I said, see, you don't understand this thing. Because he told me the second day we landed, when he heard the first message, I said, that this savings thing, Baba, I need to see you. I find it difficult to save. Savings hear me more save. So I already knew I could connect it. I say, it's not tithing. This is the second reason. It will be difficult to save when you are not a tither. Difficult. So many of you don't understand the connection. You don't. Because let me tell you the connection. Every time you tithe or you give, it's as if you are losing money. You are releasing money into something that is like the money don't go. If you are able to develop that culture and discipline of letting go consistently, when it's time to save, it's the same grace. To let go of the money and move away to do other things, and the money will start growing. Whatever you cannot walk away from, you have not conquered. So if you cannot conquer 10%, forget prosperity. Don't let anybody deceive you. Forget it. Because you will gather the money in a bank as a savings. You will see one shoe, you will buy it. You will gather the money, they will say they are doing actual big, you will buy. You will gather for 6 months, spend it in 6 minutes on an impulsive purchase, and regret it 6 hours later. This is the reality of life. It's the reality. Savings and what? Investment. So savings is setting money aside for a purpose. Investment is what? Sending money on assignment for a return. So I told him, I said, if you had said you are a tither, we would have had the covenant to activate. I said, but since you are not a tither, we can't go into that area. So let's go to the second dimension. It's called the mercy of God. So I'm going to give you 1 million naira to support your pursuit. So look for money, join them, whatever car you can buy. That's all I can do, because even me, to give you money, you will be a Jonah. If I carry my covenant money, give you, it's a Jonah. I don't give money to Jonah, but there is a mercy. We can go through the door of mercy. I say, take. So I say, take 1 million. That's all I can do for you. Hello? Investment. Savings is what? Sending money aside for a purpose. What's investment? Investment is sending money on assignment for a return. You are sending money on assignment for you. So instead of you working for money, the money is now working for you. Let's move on. There are many of them. Number 3 is the waste principle. I think I shared with you the guidelines to wise spending, right? Yeah, I think I stopped at a point 4 or 5 weeks ago to line that up for you. Can you remember? Okay. And I told you that I'm going to just mention it, that you can go to the YouTube and watch it, so it's there. So it's waste. Whenever we talk about poverty, I've studied poverty to PhD level, global level. Poverty is a spirit, poverty is a mindset, poverty is an habit, poverty is a lifestyle, poverty is a state. But there's what we call poverty trinity. It's the trinity of poverty. That's what poverty uses to execute its plan. Now, the poverty trinity is called the spirit of the devourer, the spirit of the waster, and the spirit of the emptier. So it's devourer, waster, emptier. It's the trinity of poverty. That's what the spirit of poverty uses to execute its plan in the life of people. So many of you only know about devourer, because the Bible says, I will rebuke the devourer for your sake. No, there is also a spirit of waste. When you start wasting things, it's the same spirit. It will start by you wasting food, then wasting time, then wasting privilege, then wasting resources. But the end product is that he wants to waste your life. Oh. It's your life is going for, but it will not start with life. It will start with you living alone, yet cooking a dirika of rice when you know you don't have fridge. And you are in abandoned. You are not even in Bande. You are in abandoned or bandwagon. So there's no light to warm the food. You don't even have gas. But you will cook one dirika. Instead of it to just cook 2 things, eat and close mouth. You will now cook one dirika of beans or cook one dirika of rice. It will now be there. You will now go out. By the time you come the next day, you don't sour. The spirit has started working your life. Oh. It's a spirit of waste. So you start wasting food. Then you waste time. Oh, let me quickly powder my nose. Let me quickly do makeup. That's why many of you come late to church without shame. You are shameless. You have an appointment with the God that created you. And you came late and you don't know you should be running. Something is wrong with you. But if a governor calls you, you go and sit down there 3 hours waiting. High level of dishonor. Hello? High level of what? Dishonor. So, before you know, you'll be wasting time. I will do it tomorrow. And later, you'll be procrastinating. It's the spirit. It has started work. Then you start wasting privilege. Somebody gives you an opportunity. They give you a leeway. You abuse them. Until they start closing the door against you one by one. Shutting you out because people are saying, this person is taking things for granted. Then, wasting resources. Buying things you don't need. I can guarantee you, almost everybody that is operating the spirit of waste, if you go to your house now and go room to room, wardrobe to wardrobe, shelf to shelf, you will see a lot of things that has been there for more than a year that you have not used. It's the spirit. It's already in your house. It's the spirit of waste. When we say welfare, bring clothes for the less privileged, it is the one that is dead you will bring. The good clothes that you have not worn, any clothes you have not worn for 1 year. Empty your wardrobe, sow it as a seed. Make room for the Holy Ghost to fill your life up. But you see a lot of things, even many of you, food will be there until it expires. You will now be checking expiry date, and there are people suffering, and you are wasting food. It's the same spirit. Then at the end of the day, you start wasting money. Hello? The party they did not invite you, that you only heard from Grapevine, you will now order Uber to go and get crash and look for a color close to the Ashwebi and go and buy a cloth of 70,000. This is what people are doing, my people. It's a spirit. It's not normal. There is a spirit of poverty that's already at work in your life that wants to finish you. At the end of the day, you will not be frustrated. You will not waste your life. You will not commit suicide or die. It's your life is after all. But we start from that. So whenever you are coming late to church, the fixed meeting, you show up anytime you like. Is that spirit? Oh? Don't let anybody tell you, God understands. God does not understand. No. Even if God understands, the devil does not understand. He will use it against you as an accuser of the brethren. So this is your late coming spirit. You better let it die with last year. 7 a.m. You are in church if you are a worker or a minister. 7 a.m., 1 hour before the service. If you are a church member, 15 minutes before every service, you are seated. Worship is going on. You are preparing your spirit for God. But they will be strolling in after service has started. You are keeping God waiting. You will now say, oh Lord, answer me early. How? You answer him early. What you sow is what you reap. These are covenant principles. This is not a lawless kingdom, my people. It's a disciplined kingdom. If you are not disciplined, you are not a disciple. Waste. Read your Bible. John 6, I believe. Thousands of people were fed. And he said they should gather the fragments so that nothing should be wasted. And how many did they gather? 12 baskets. Listen to me. There are people whose career is to go to dunghill to pick things. And people are millionaires and billionaires in recycle business and picking waste of other people. So what you wasted, somebody turned waste to wealth. Hello? Next, the copycat principle. Copy too much. Copy too much. Copy too much. The copycat principle states that whatever you pioneer or whatever you initiate, in 6 months, other people will start doing it. 6 months. So many of us, that principle has turned us to copy. Look, they will come and tell you that, oh, they don't wear this kind of suit anymore. It's now 1 button they are wearing. They are not wearing 5 buttons anymore. 11 years later, 15 years later, they will go back to where they say they are not wearing. The one they say they are not wearing anymore, we will now go back there. You don't throw away your own. Hello? Why? Because you are copying. You are copying. Sometimes, I'm not against, it's your life, oh. But sometimes when I see people following a trend, I feel somehow, are you all right? This thing will come and go now. Like all these eyelashes that women are fixing, I don't understand it. It's not a problem, it's your life, oh. I just don't understand. You were okay until somebody started this thing. And now you are not okay until your eye is doing like this. I don't understand. Are you people okay? Is it okay? You are seeing where? It's not a problem. Oh. Your husband may love it. No problem. It's your life. I'm a pastor. That's not my business. It's your life. But I'm just asking. You fix everything. Even to press phone, you now see them doing like this. They can't even dial number. And I'll be looking at some people. Wow, right? Something's wrong with you. Is this a life? What is all this stress? Then when the trend go now, you change again. Another one come. I don't understand. Copycat principle. They say, no, that one is not raining. This is the one that is raining. Now, who decides what rains? Who are the people that sits down to decide this thing? They are designing product to collect more money from your pocket and keep you in that cycle. Next. The 20-40-60 principle. I think we'll stop here. 20-40-60 principle and we'll stop. What's the 20-40-60 principle? The 20-40-60 principle states that when you are in your 20s and in your 30s, most of your choices and decisions are based on what people say, how people feel. It's based on other people's opinion. You're always interested in being approved. It's called approval addiction. You want people to believe that you are happening. You want people to believe that you are ready, you are compliant. But by the time you get to your 40s and your 50s, you have lived enough that if at 40, you are a fool at 40, or life begins at 40, you will tell yourself, I beg, anything anybody will talk, let them talk. Because you have lived enough to now know that your life is your life. Because if you have followed what people say, and by 40, you have nothing to show for it. Like the prodigal son, you will speak to yourself now. You will come back to your senses. But guess what? This principle now says that by the time you are now in your 60s, you will now realize that nobody was saying anything in the first place. You will now realize that all that time you were thinking people were, nobody was even interested. You are not a breaking news. It is you that was just putting yourself on the run, under unnecessary pressure. People are too busy with their life that your life is not a breaking news. That's an headline. Do you know how many times you have done air, thinking people will comment, and nobody said anything? Do you know how many times you have bought shoe, thinking people will comment, and nobody said anything? That you are the one that will now say, I didn't say anything. I say, you buy shoe. Yeah. I thought it's the old one. It looks like the former. You have 3 of these already. He said, no, can't you see that this one has bow? It's you that is saying bow. Married women, one of the things that they don't understand is that a married woman will leave the house, tell the husband, or me, darling, or whatever name you call yourself, or my dear, and say, I'm going to the saloon. Oh. So the woman told him, I'm going to saloon. 2 or 3 hours later, she shows up, and the man is not saying anything. The man did, how was your hair? Nothing. And she will now be angry. Hey, you didn't even say anything about my hair. That's somebody you told you were going to salon 2 hours ago. You are not a breaking news. The guy's head is full of plenty things. You went to salon, you came back. Hey, so say, hey, these African men, they are not romantic. When we go to the salon, do you say something? Don't we barb our hair? Have you come back to say, this your hair is good? It's only your own we should be commenting. Bow down your heads and pray this simple prayer. Lord, give me wisdom to manage my life well. Open your mouth. Lord, give me wisdom to manage my life well.